Hey Bernie, Tim Handren, your mayor here. Today is August 26th, bringing you the next edition of Mayor's Minute. We had a city council meeting last night on the 25th. It was our first meeting in person in a while, and I think everybody was glad to be in person, frankly. We had a few fits and starts because we had to remember how to do these meetings in person, but it was a good meeting nonetheless. A few things from last night's discussion. I don't normally talk about the consent agenda items because they're usually not that exciting, but there were 4 consent agenda items last night that are all about sidewalks in our community. So East Bandera Road, Brentwood Drive, Rosewood Avenue, and then the City Park Road between Charger Boulevard and River Road. All those have projects getting started to continue putting sidewalks in. Again, we want to be a pedestrian-friendly city, and that's just the more stuff around making it pedestrian-friendly. We covered our 2020 through 2021 budget again last night. That was the first reading for adoption. We also had a public hearing last night. I would just tell you this, the budget, it's not a very exciting topic. Our budget for this next year is slightly less than the budget we had this year, and that's being conservative. I think that we've done all the right things. I think our city staff has done a great job getting a budget together that's going to work. We don't know what the after effects are going to be of COVID-19 on sales tax. So we've planned a lower budget all in, and we'll just monitor that going into next year quarterly, and we'll take actions as necessary. But I think we're on the right track for getting our next budget in place. And then we had a bit of a discussion last night about the potential drive-through at Black Rifle Coffee Company. I know that had gotten some attention online. It was not an easy topic, frankly. It went through P&Z, our Planning and Zoning Commissioners. They had to talk about it a couple of times. They had recommended that we consider it. Council had a very thoughtful deliberation last night, and we had some people speak up from the community, both for and against a drive-through on Main Street. Ultimately, Council, again, every single council person spoke up in very strong support of the Boerne Master Plan that was adopted in August of 2018. And in there it talks about, again, a very pedestrian-friendly city, and we don't want to have drive-throughs on that sweet part of Main Street that really makes Boerne so unique. So while the decision to move forward with the drive-through was ultimately denied 5-0 by council last night, it was not a vote against the Black Rifle Company in any form or fashion. In fact, everybody's very complimentary of that company and all of the coffee shops that we have on Main Street, because that is what makes our town so different from so many other places. It wasn't a vote against them at all. I think they are a great part of our community, and again, very thoughtful deliberation last night by council. At the very end, we also had an update from one of our city staff, Jeff Carroll, talking about water quality testing in Boerne Lake. Just as a reminder, we started doing water quality testing in Boerne Lake a little over a year ago, really to get a baseline measure of what's in that lake. But we want to make sure that we had a baseline testing in place for the lake to say, has there been any decrease in water quality as a result of any development that's going on around the lake. An effort's being made to get all that information put on our city website. You'll be seeing that in short order, long before any new houses are going to be going into Shoreline Drive or in that Shoreline Park area. But again, I think we're doing all the right things to make sure that we don't have a degradation in the quality of life around us. Those are the main things from our city council meeting. Again, in that couple of minutes, I just saved you 2 hours of having to watch that. I'll finish with this. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of talking about COVID-19. But I will say this, we're doing all the right things in our community. Our active case count continues to be stable. Across the San Antonio area, you're seeing that they're getting their positivity rates down, and they're getting things back under control. Frankly, I think that all started on July 2nd when the governor put the mask order in place across the entire state. That's when things have improved across the entire state. So the temptation is going to be to say, well, things are not so bad. Why do we have to keep wearing these things? The answer is because apparently they work. And so I think we keep doing the right things, Boerne. We have a great community, and we don't have a problem in our area. So thank you to everybody who is abiding by the governor's rules that we have in place and doing all the right things, from a wear your mask when you can't do social distancing, try to keep social distancing in place, and just basically be responsible, right? So thank you everybody for doing that. That's all for today. We'll talk to you soon.